All right, I'm here. I'm here. Hey, y'all. Hey, hope y'all can hear me okay. I ran in. Ooh, I was talking to hey DC the Truth. I was talking to my guy in the comments, DC the Truth 85. He's like one of my YouTube mentors over here. He told me to stick with it. And I was like, we were talking about yesterday in his live. It's so hard, like between trying to, I work for myself, I contract myself. So it's so hard to try to do these lives in between when you can find a break. Cause as soon as you do, it's something else. So I appreciate y'all being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe. DC, I think this actually is a good show. We're gonna start at the 3 minute mark. I think this is a good show for you to review actually. Over there in the manosphere, you and Thine might do great with this. Thanks for being here. Hey, Dances in the Rain. Thanks for being here. Hey, Jazzy B. Thanks for being here. We're going to talk about the Merrifields really quickly. We're going to do like maybe a 20-minute live. And I would love to know your perspective because I'm definitely going to post more on here about Seeker Sister Wives. If you didn't know, I talk about other topics too. So please don't get discouraged if you see me covering other things. Right now, we're talking about what's going on in the hip hop world. We have a funeral of Shock G from Digital Underground Saturday, and then we have Black Rob tomorrow. So it's so much going on. So I will be posting and keeping you guys up to date with that. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for staying here with me. We're going to talk about these Merrifields, and we're going to talk. Let me tell y'all something. Oh, and y'all, I got some more tea. I got some more tea on like we only talk, if you guys don't know, we only talk what's out there. So I just saw some more tea on the Snowdens that was out there. I will come back tonight with that because they are draining my energy. Like we're gonna need to for real do Taylor's dance class or her yoga class or what she got going on over there because they're draining my energy, okay? But the whole situation. But anyway, we're going to talk about the Merrifields and we're going to talk about where Danielle went wrong with her husband when they went over there and got Roberta from Brazil to be a sister wife and they can't even speak to her. They need a Google translator, which is pretty cool, by the way. You could travel out the country and just have your phone. That is so awesome. We're going to talk about how she went wrong and how I feel like Roberta is not innocent. And we're going to talk about who follows who on social media. Okay, let's get this started. We at the 3 minute mark. I can't stand Garrick, and I don't think Bert is innocent as she wants to. I don't think she innocent. Sometimes braces. I had braces for like 4 years. When I tell you I got away with everything, I had adult braces. I got away with everything. I don't do that. I got braces. No. That braces. It makes you look totally innocent. And guys love girls with braces for some reason. I got a lot of play with my braces. All right. So I feel like Roberta is playing us with those braces, honey. I'm with you. Okay, guys. So let's talk about the Merrifields. Okay, so if you don't know, if you're not watching, Seeking Sister Wives come on TLC. It comes on TLC. I should have this, right? Is it Monday night? Oh my God, I'll put in the comments. So this is my favorite couple on the show. They're new to season 3. I like the normal couples too. I don't know why they're blocking my mind. Like I like the normal polygamy couples, but Garrick, his wife, and Berta, oh my God, they are a mess, y'all. Okay, so I want to start off with number one, the divorce. So Danielle, who has the red hair here, she had to divorce her husband Garrett. So they could bring Berta with, the bombshell right here with the red dress over to the US from Brazil. One thing I want to point out, they proposed to Berta within 9 days. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. 9 days on their first trip, they brought their 2 boys to the trip to meet their sister wife, who they found online. So, you guys, this is what I want to say. I found it odd that, and I know nothing about law, disclaimer here. So, someone that knows about law, let me know that Danielle was the petitioner in the divorce. And Garrick was the responder, right, in the divorce. So just the way they were sitting in court. Side note, TLC was able to get all this footage. Aren't they kind of lying to the judge because they had to get a divorce? Lying to the judge and saying that their marriage is irretrievably broken, which I think, hey, Garrick probably was sitting there, yeah, it's broken. It's broken, all right. So she did divorce her husband to bring Bert over to the US, right? So once they got the divorce, do y'all remember? And you guys, I'm gonna check on what kind of clips I could use. I do not know anything about YouTube. I'm just learning. So thanks for being here. Um, in the in and spoiler alert. So when they got the divorce, this was like episode 1. Um, Garrett was like, Danielle was crying her eyes out, and Garrick was like, yeah, I was emotional too. He was not emotional, but y'all, spoiler alert again, when he had to leave with Berta this week, wasn't he screaming and hollering, crying like a baby? So I just don't get them. I feel like the first step was when they went ahead and divorced. I feel like they did that wrong. They lied, and that's gonna be his wife. Garrett can leave at any moment now. He could leave at any moment. Spoiler alert again. This is just floating around the internet. Everybody is just intrigued by this. The fact that Garrick has Berta and the 2 boys up on his social media. And if you look at the bottom, I follow Roberta's mom. She's like excellent. I don't even understand everything she's saying. I'll be having to make sure that I translate everything. But there's Berta there with the 2 boys. Now, I did notice because I'm nosy. She has the same dress as in the Secret Sister Wife promo on. So I said this could have been during the first trip and he just posted, but he made that his cover photo. No photo of Danielle. Him and his wife are not following each other on social media anymore. It's like really kind of icky, right? It's kind of weird. So it's like, where is Danielle? Okay, so that's number 1. Another way that the mayor feels went wrong to me, and you guys please chime in. Remember when and all of this is spoilers, guys. All of this, okay, is when Berta and Garrick snuck off for a quickie. Oh my God. I was just like, come on now. And they finally had to tell Danielle they had a quickie. And Danielle asked if they use protection. Do y'all think they use protection? Do y'all think they use protection? Do you think they were do you think that Garrett really brought condoms on the flight over right away and came over to Berta room and nobody knew? I was like, come on. I feel like a lot of stuff is just going to be Danielle's fault. You know what I mean? She's not expressing how she feeling. She keeps talking in the confessional, wanting us to feel how she feels. Sidebar, when she said if it was up to her, she wouldn't be in a plural marriage. But this is what God told Garrick, I guess, to do. It's like, it is up to you, Danielle. Do y'all think they actors? Let me know. Do y'all think they're actors? Because Danielle, the only reason I feel like she would have went through with a divorce is because, as we remember, episode 1, she mentioned how Garrick was her best friend's boyfriend, and then they got together. Oh my goodness, you guys, it's just too much. It's too much. Just for you to be throwing this much shade, Garrett, even if you're being edited wrong, like let's say that Garrick is not a butthole and he's just being edited like that for TLC for ratings. You changing this to your cover photo, your 2 sons, and with your wife, because I'm still gonna refer to Danielle as his wife, and then you have Roberta right here. Like he's obsessed with Roberta. And I mean, I can see why. I can see why. You know what I mean? And Garrick, she's just gone from social media. Poor Danielle. I mean, she's gone. Hey, Amy. Y'all, we're gonna talk about them later. Thank you so much. You guys, if you're here, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate you being here. Y'all, I could talk. I love finding y'all because I could talk about finding sister wife every day, all day. It's a train wreck. It really is. It really is. Okay, so Garrick is just going to be a butthole on social media as well. Okay, so Danielle's like, did y'all have, so when Danielle found out through Roberta that Garrick had a quickie with Roberta behind Danielle back. I know it's a lot, y'all. I know it's a lot. And then y'all had her go in there sleep on them nasty sheets. Had her laying in y'all damp spot. It's just gross to think about. And then gonna act like y'all didn't do anything. And then Roberta had to come out and say, sister, we had, sex. And for Danielle to be phony, like, yeah, cool, that's awesome, that's great. Why didn't she just stand up and say, no, y'all didn't have me laying in that bed looking like a fool? You know what I mean? No, you didn't have me laying in that bed looking like a fool. I wish Danielle would stand up for herself. And so that was what I wanted to say. Like, she won't stick up for herself. Okay, Garrett crying. I already said that. Garrett crying when he had to leave, yet he didn't cry when he had to get a divorce. You guys, I swear it's so hard to do lives. Everything going off. Bell, I'm coming. I want to share something else with you guys. So I was just peeping in on this YouTube. It was not a YouTube. Oh, this was a TV show, Ace. They posted something about their relationship status. Does that mean she perjured herself in court? If they go ahead, they got a divorce, but they're still doing a show and keep on talking about how they didn't want to get a divorce? Or do you think that it really, really, really was a divorce, you guys? Like, they probably was going to have a divorce anyway, because Danielle brought up that Garrick had signed for a divorce, applied for a divorce way before this ever happened. So one of her insecurities is that her and Garrick fight a lot, because they've been together 13 years or whatever. They do what couples do. And with Roberta, seems like Roberta will be more submissive to Garrick, go on with whatever, he says. And she's worried about that. I personally believe they were going to get a divorce anyway. But I think that Danielle set up by being the petitioner, because she could have stopped the divorce at any time. And this is, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just saying. I do feel like Roberta is loving all the attention and she's the boss. I feel that way too. And I feel like she's the boss. I feel like just watching social media, her mom is egging them on. And I also feel like that Garrett could just leave his family at any second, that he has no problem. When Garrett told Danielle to go, that while they do the wedding, that she could go handle some business for them while they go on a special trip together. They should go, she could go handle the rest of the business. Like, he like, run around and do some business for me while we're gone. That was just horrible. It was like she's sitting up there feeling like she has no kind of involvement, like other sister wife shows. Even when we get to the Snowdens, they have a wedding together. They have the sister wife dressed up, looking nice. Even if the Browns on Sister Wives, the original show, when Robin came into the family, she had all her sister wives participate in their wedding, her and Cody wedding. He just told his wife, go handle some business for me. Y'all, it was just so messed up. So I just think that even allowing the 10 days, like for them to agree for 10 days, he would be sleeping alone with Berta and Danielle will be in a room by herself. Why even go on the trip? I have to have a room together. I mean, a room next to your room. Here y'all having sex. She got the ring. She's getting the special trips. I'm walking on the beach alone. He's not even kissing, he's not even kissing Danielle when he greets her anymore. He's steady affectionate with Roberta. Pause. Did y'all notice when Danielle got there the first time when they arrived at the restaurant? Was it just me, or didn't it seem like Roberta was gonna kiss her on the mouth? Like they were, she was greeting her with a kiss, not saying anything weird, but it was like she was gonna kiss Danielle on the mouth, and Danielle sort of, you know what I mean? She didn't know what was going on when she ran into Roberta's arms. And then the fact that they're letting her call her the big sister and put her down, like everything is just putting her down. Like she's like insecure. She's the big sister. Roberta's the little sister. And now Garrick doesn't even call Danielle no more. He calls her sister. Like, this is your wife. Now you're calling her sister. So what will you be calling Roberta? I don't know. It's just so weird. Okay, so Danielle says over and over, and this was a quote I took that she definitely said. She says over and over, when my husband and I first started looking for a wife, I was very jealous and insecure of myself in our marriage. I was in a very dark place. Why were you guys continuing to look for a wife? Again, Garrett brings up God's called them to this lifestyle, but he doesn't bring up what a lot of the people on Finance Sister Wife bring up. If God called you to the lifestyle to be polygamous, am I saying it right? You guys correct me, please. You know how we do here. Being a polygamist, polygamy? Yeah, being a polygamy. And we're going to talk about Willow Smith because I'm confused on what's the difference with polyamory. You guys correct me, please. You know I love it. Why didn't God tell you no sex before marriage? Or does that not apply if you're looking for more than one wife? Like, if you're having all this sex before marriage and then you marry somebody, it wasn't that in the Bible? I'm just so confused. Like, why are these people only taking parts of these from the Bible? And Danielle constantly having to pray for God to take away her jealousy. Does he not see that? Like, I know things are editing, but it makes him such just horrible. And like these boys are gonna, I always think about the kids. The boys are gonna have to see how their mom is treated. It's like, soon as they were getting ready to leave Cabo, Garrick was crying. I cannot wait to see how I can use clips. I have to check that out, guys. He was crying. And when they got that divorce and Danielle had to take her rings off, he didn't cry at all. He didn't cry at all. So anyway, he's the villain. He's the villain. So if it's a villain, oh, well, he was the villain, but now we got that other situation going on. Garrick, I know Garrick like, man, Dimitri just took all the hate away from me. All the hate. Let's see what your comments, and then I'm gonna get on out of here. Just wanted to stop by for a 20-minute live. Let's see. Yes, I almost feel like anything would go with Roberta, but I think Garrett would be more like, no, I want Roberta in the bed alone. But he's like, I get to have sister all to myself. I'm like, you are so creepy in front of your wife. Like, you're making it more sexual. And I think that Danielle thought it was gonna be more of a friendship and sharing. If that is your sister wife and you're getting into the bonding process, shouldn't it sort of be, I don't know, I'm not a polygamist, but we hear while we watch this show 1 night or 2 nights with one wife, 1 night or 2 nights with the other wife. Shouldn't he be rotating? You gonna take me on vacation? I can't even go on a trip with y'all. Everything is solo. Everything's solo between y'all the whole time. It's just weird. It really is. God does not accept divorce at all. Oh, what? I forgot about that. So how y'all get a divorce to bring Berta in? I'm sure Roberta's the only wife now. The clown. You know what? And Danielle set herself up. This is a prime example how we set ourselves up for failure. She's sitting up there trying to please her man to the point that she's cutting herself out. Like, people are blaming Garrick, but I'm really looking at Danielle like, Danielle, you're not being honest, then you go out to the confessional and cry to us about you being insecure and upset. Um, it's like the way like they just make Danielle look, the way the producers make her look so lonely, so alone, so insecure, when really she's not speaking up for herself. That's where I'm at. Like, you better tell, hey, and then this episode, didn't you see Roberta say, I will not accept this? People took that as she was saying she would not accept, she can't be in this relationship if Danielle's not happy. I took it as she was saying, you better check Danielle because I ain't dealing with this. Y'all let me know how you felt. Poor Danielle's looking crazy right. He's having a good time. And let's not forget, Garrick is very successful. Y'all saw him with his Versace sunglasses sitting out there. I saw you, Garrick. Garrick is successful, and Danielle's gonna lose a lot. That's why her family was like, we don't want her to not have anything, not even the kids. We don't want him to just marry Berta and go away. I don't think they were saying that because of the polygamous lifestyle. I think they were saying that because they know what Garrick is capable of. Infidelity is a ground for divorce. Read your Bible again. Oh, infidelity is he didn't cheat. He didn't cheat. Okay. But they got a divorce. I know you all see the show, DC. They got a divorce to bring a new sister wife in. And then the way it was set up, they, as a couple, made the wife file for divorce. So it's like, I feel like Garrett got Danielle at such a young age that he's able to do anything and tell her anything and she'll roll with it. And I also feel like, and this is only for outside looking in, that Danielle took Garrick from her best friend. So she already know the vibes that Roberta is giving at the end of the day. She already know that. It's like, I got one question before I leave. Would you guys consider being in a polyamorous, I guess, relationship? Would you consider that, sharing a partner? I listened to a lot of people and a lot of groups, and people were saying that monogamy is not natural. I would love to know what y'all think. Would you guys share a mate with somebody? Would that bring down a lot of fights, a lot of arguments? I mean, you technically don't have to go through nobody's phone if you know that they're shared with other people, right? Instead of that. Exactly what she said. She even said she needs to stand up and take it. Yeah, she did say you need to do that. The sister wives aren't having sex with each other, allegedly, but everybody has sex with just the husband. Nobody has sex with the girls don't have sex with each other. Hey, Super Mario style. But God is not in all saying to divorce one wife to add another. He doesn't accept divorce in that sense. Yeah, he got rid of his wife to add another one. Good point. No way. No, ma'am. Hey, welcome, Jane. Matthew 5:32. Take us to church. Take us to church, DC. We got to bring out. Look, I need to put my link if y'all want to call in. Bring us to church. I'm over here listening about comedian. Oh, I got the inbox. Thank you. I'm over here listening about comedian Billy Sorrell's letting his friend sleep with his wife, and now they're falling out. I'm good on that. I am going to touch on that. I think, is that the one with Damn Food on there too? Because he's from Chicago. I'm going to actually I have something coming up with that. Thank you. Not able to have sex to add yeah. Like, are you open to, okay, is sex just sex? What do they need a sister wife for? I think that's why I watched this show and say, why do we need to share our life, live a plural lifestyle? Was that in the Bible? I have to read all that stuff. And are you taking just bits and pieces from the Bible or from certain culture? And in this case with Garrick and his wife, you're not even once they got the divorce, is he even honoring his wife? Does he even care about her feelings? You know what I mean? Because like I said, when you bring in a sister wife, it's a new shiny, new, in my opinion, thing. Yeah, Berta's gonna always look better. Berta's always gonna be more exciting. Um, I feel like they can't really get to know Berta because they have to share that translator. I feel like this with 90 Day Fiance too. If I'm in love with someone and they only know Portuguese, I'm gonna try to learn some form of Portuguese just to understand them. It's not that Berta should only learn English, in my opinion. Like, we still need to communicate. Now you're about to bring Berta over to the United States to be a mother to your children too. If Danielle can't handle this, what's gonna happen when Roberta start getting pregnant? How is that gonna go? Old Testament God allowed polygamy until his son could fulfill the Old Testament law or abolish it. Hmm. I'd never heard of that. Okay, so is that where that come from? Thank you, DC. Hmm. We're gonna have to do a podcast about this together because that's interesting. Okay, so Danielle, in my opinion, in closing, girl, you cutting your own self out. But I would be mad if Roberta, going back to when they had that quickie, if Roberta had that quickie, and let's say it was Garrick egged the quickie on, and they would have had sex while poor Danielle was going over there to get her pajamas. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing, but Danielle was like, I went to go get my pajamas, and they had a quickie. They just sent, what kind of pajamas was Danielle getting? I'm just trying to like the feet in. I'm trying to just, were they like the homely, or did she bring like a sexy? Because imagine Danielle pajamas and then imagine Berta pajamas. Berta probably had like one, Garrick, I want to wear your t-shirt to bed me or more. And then Danielle had like the pajamas with like Winnie the Pooh on it or something. You know what I mean? Like just homely. So Danielle goes to get her pajamas, and Garrick and Roberta just sneaked off for a quickie, and then Danielle's none the wiser. She laying in the dang old sex bed, and then Roberta has to confess. My question is, if y'all did that behind my back, once you get to the crib over here in Colorado at our home, if Garrick lied about that, I bet you he'd have lied about communication, how him and Roberta been communicating, what's been going on, their plans. If you know, it should be some kind of form to this. I understand the man has to bond with the woman, but it has to, the new wife, but it has to be some kind of form because you're knocking the trust out of that. Yeah, he's told us, hey, just me, welcome, welcome, welcome. I did not know that. I need to read that. Thanks for the info. I learned something new today. Okay, DC over here taking us to church. Thank you. Um, he went on a spiritual journey, so that's one of the things I like about his page. He tells us about that. So wait a minute, you guys. We'll be back. Please let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think that Danielle setting herself up for failure, or are you blaming Garrett? And do you think Roberta's innocent as she's seen? And what kind of dating site did they find Roberta on? My girl, like, what kind of, is it like a finest sister wife dating site? Y'all, I have to get into that because I have to see what's going on. Because I hashtag Dimitri name the other day, and it was people just vying for him and Ashley's attention, wanting to be a sister wife under the hashtag. They're no short of entry. So I wonder if that's how they found Roberta. When Roberta gets old to him, he'll get a new one. Everything that Danielle is going through, Roberta will be feeling when Garrett gets tired of her. Yeah, Garrett yeah, you could tell he's kind of a jerk, like just from the editing. You know what I mean? Like I said, if Garrett did not want us to think he was a jerk, right? He wouldn't be putting stuff like this like on his page and cutting Danielle out. You know what I mean? Making this his profile picture or his cover photo, him and Roberta. and just cutting Danielle out. Like, that's hurtful. Like, even if you're on the show, we're still a unit, we're still a family. Um, you don't have to do that. And the internet hates him. The internet hates him. So why would he do this on social media knowing that that would be hurtful to, you know, him? And sidebar, I know that the I know that Dimitri runs his own business, but Garrick does too. So I have to look into if anybody's posting about that, because everybody was posting about Dimitri brand, his business, and Garrick, he privated his Instagram recently. But I told you I snuck into Roberta's mom social media. I got into there. But I mean, and she's just posting love for her daughter and posting good things about, but Roberta and the boys, I don't see nothing about Danielle. Danielle is just out here looking dumb. I may do a neutral podcast on why I think God of the Bible allowed polygamy and enforced monogamy in the New Testament. Oh yeah. Yeah, because I'm like, I was watching it's a brother by the name of Blacklight Podcast, Don Lexi. He was saying how monogamy is not natural for men, but I really don't understand why monogamy is so, why do us as women have such, why do we have to be monogamous? Like, why can't I have two husbands? I know people hate when women say that, but I'm just asking, why not? Why not? If you need to, why? Because both of us are multiplying the earth, if that's what we're doing, right? They found Roberta on I want to I want to come to America and will do anything to get their website. I cannot wait to see how this pans out. This is my favorite couple. This is really my favorite couple. Good morning, good afternoon, T Million. Good, I'm like, good morning. Y'all see I'm running. So y'all, I think that in closing, I think that poor Danielle, she's doing it to herself. She's really doing it to herself, and she needs to check herself, and she needs to make sure she does things for her boys, and don't be so insecure. But wouldn't it be they keep showing Roberta in her bikini, just looking fine, and it's just sad. It's just sad. But is she doing that for love? I mean, it's it's sort of like, do you guys watch Sister Wives with Cody Brown? I skimmed through it. Um, Sister Wives with Cody Brown and his wives. When the pandemic hit, he automatically wanted to stay at which wife house? Like, automatically. Now you got all these wives. How many kids do Cody Brown have? I lost track. How many kids do Cody Brown have? I have to look that up. But he immediately went to Robin's house, and Robin's like, "Oh, I don't want him over here every day. I feel bad." And it's like apparent about 4 seasons ago. It's apparent since it was 15 seasons of Cody Brown and his wives. It's apparent that since season 1, he's been wanting to be around Robin more. And it's like, this is what happens. It's a new wife. It's someone shiny and new. They're going to do everything they can do to please you because you're new to them too. They haven't had to go through the fights. They don't have to hear you snoring in the bed. They don't have to look at you leave your drawers on the ground. They don't have to see all those things. So yeah, they're going to be happy. And now if we add Bert to the mix, that's happy to be coming to America, that just adds extra. Yeah, send a brother husband for real. Oh, it's a girl on Instagram. Let me find her. Guy, she has 2 husbands. She's like an Instagram influencer. Well, 2 men or something. It looks, it does look bad when you do it, but I'm saying. DC the Truth says, I will say this due to patriotic. DC, now why you gonna give me these words and you know I have a speech impediment? Due to patriarchal DC call in, it was nearly impossible for an unmarried woman to provide for herself. Women were often uneducated and untrained. Women relied on their fathers and brothers. Oh, that's true. A lot of people, they rely on the men to protect us, and y'all, this has been going down. Like, I remember a time, because I'm older, it would always be my brother would protect me. My father would protect me. I mean, not saying me personally, just saying women. And now it's the father of the bride pay for the funeral, Jesus, wedding. talking about, talking about the funeral. I'm talking about poor Danielle. And now it's just changing a little bit because sisters are doing it for ourselves, right? We're all doing it for ourselves. So, yeah, now trying to pull some of the stuff from the Bible, and not all of it's kind of weird. Unmarried women were often subjected to prostitution and slavery. What? Are you serious, DC? Man, I'm up the creek there, y'all. Cody only loves Robin. Yep, I believe it. I believe it. Cody is tired. That's why if you guys are watching Seeking Sister Wives, Mary is just like, I'm gonna just live the life and collect my check. And man, we need to do a video on that, because I was just thinking about something that happened, but I don't want to spoil it for y'all. And Janelle is just like, look, I'm here. And Christine, she's the feisty one, but yeah, he could probably get away with Janelle and Mary. He don't have to go over to their house. But Christine, nah. So men taking them as wives was for protection. Therefore, a part of the reason God was silent about polygamy. Okay, I can see that. That's what I mean. She believed in him. They have 18 kids. Welcome, D. Carver. Welcome, Just Me. He definitely conned Danielle. He definitely conned her. But Danielle is doing it like she won't speak up for herself. When he said, would you mind go handling some business for me while we go on a date? The way, I know it was probably edited like that, but the way she was looking, like, handle some business. I can't get on a boat ride too. Y'all spending the night together for 10 nights, so y'all can't take me out on a boat ride. I got to be by myself. I wouldn't have went. So y'all, that's it. This is my favorite couple. I really like this. I want to see where this go. Everybody hates Garrick. They're calling him Ick now for short. And I would just like to know what her sister-in-law thinks. Just like with the Snowdens, I'm like, if you want to know who's gonna spill the tea, go on over to I can't tell all our business, but we gotta find Dimitri's sister, y'all. We got to, like, the way she was snapping at that wedding in season 2 when Dimitri didn't allegedly they said she was upset because Dimitri didn't spend time with her. I don't think that was the reason. So Dimitri going through this, I feel like if anybody is going to tell it like it is, it would be Dimitri's sister for sure, and Dimitri's mom, but I'm sure she's not on Instagram. And so in this case, in the Merrifields, I would love to know what Danielle's sister-in-law was thinking, because she's been saying, Danielle, you don't need to share a man. Why would you do this? Why would you divorce your husband? If he leaves you, you get nothing. And the bad part about stuff like this being documented, when they try to sue or go back on it and stuff, I just would love to know how their contracts are. Is TLC like you out there on your own? You're responsible for your own decisions? Or will they help them if they get to a crisis? If Garrick really leaves Danielle, is it Danielle's fault, or does TLC help them? I just wonder. But poor Roberta. Roberta is out here looking good, looking fine. I mean, all angles, all tan, all hair, all olive, those cute little braces. Man, Danielle, you messing up the bag, girl. All right, y'all. I'll see you in the next video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend. I really appreciate you guys. You're almost getting me to 1K. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And follow me on Instagram at Burgundy Blue Commentary. If you have any tips, go ahead and inbox your girl. I will cover it. Talk to you soon. Bye.